so. Drive on Lugnutz.
And, so that's how I absolutely did nothing.
Other than change the transmission.
Yes. But, on we go with the show.
Welcome, Lugnutz. This week we have the all-new Chevy Malibu. And if sales don't go as they planned, that may be the last. Chevy versus the Ford Raptor. The Lambo Series Yacht. Audi and BMW versus Tesla in the electric ring. Matt explains a transmission for a third type. The Tiguan got a facelift, and we're going to take a look if we can tell the difference from every other SUV. And a Baojun electric for under 10 grand.
Drive on Lugnutz indeed. So
I slaughtered that name. It's Chinese. Would you believe it?
Yes, I would. Yes, I would. You know what else I would believe? PJNWH.com, because that's where we want you to slide on over here and check out all of the funniest moments from all the videos that we do right here at the top. And then the latest updates, like yesterday's Let's Play with your Projangers, Elder Scrolls Greymar Part 6. We went through Tamriel with our Nord Necromancer Linky Doodle, going through the Western Skyrim region. And then last week's Lugnutz podcast, Mick Jagger Johnny Cab. So we want you to hop on over to the Contact Us and let us know what you think. Find us on all social media and tell us what's luggy and nutty about you. Let us know if you want to be on.
And right now, we'll tell you about Volvo. We move Volvo.
Yep.
Volvo, 2.2 million cars.
Okay.
There is an issue with the steering cable. Somehow is connected to the seat belt, and the seat belts are less effective. They say it's a rare defect, but they kind of have to look at every one of them.
Yeah, the steering column affecting the seatbelt. That's interesting.
Steering cable.
The cable. Multiple systems could be tied into that cable, so maybe
and everything's electric.
And maybe
nowadays,
part of the CAN network because of you need to know what the angle of the steering wheel is and whatnot during safety procedures. So, get it checked out. Call your dealer.
Could be a simple fix.
Maybe.
And you might get a free loaner.
There you go. Ask them.
Depending on how bad the problem is, of course. But the problem could be really bad for cars and Chevy.
Old man and Katarina Go Google really need to take a note. That's how you do a fucking segue.
So here is the all-new Chevy Malibu. Let's take a look at the picture.
Okay. I mean,
So this is the 9th generation Chevy Malibu Sport. It'll be available in 2021. It may be the last year if sales don't go as expected.
Okay. I mean, that's a stylish looking back end there. I will give them that.
Upgrades that were pointed out are, with the Sport version, black name badge, black bow tie emblem.
Okay, you sold me at the bow tie emblem. It'll match my
19-inch rims on all-season tires.
Okay, I mean,
Black interior. It comes with Apple CarPlay, seat belts. Seat belts. They give you seat belts.
There you go.
And an encouragement, a seatbelt encouragement system. I should read the whole statement before I shoot my mouth off.
They give you a seatbelt. Oh, encouragement
seatbelt encouragement system. Could be it will not go from park into drive unless the seatbelt is on.
That's what I figured. Another annoying little safety thing that just
so
makes sure
I have encountered a problem like this in a Dodge.
Mm-hmm.
The seatbelt alarm goes off and it doesn't ungo off until you buckle all of the seatbelts. So, you may have that problem.
Yeah, there may. I'm about to say there's probably
hopefully
a problem with the weight sensors or something.
Sort it out better than. Well, it's a Chevy, so I hope they sort it out.
There you go.
It could just be the one I encountered.
What else? What else is going on with Chevy?
Chevy likes Corvette owners. They find that they're really great. So if you go down, they're giving them a gift of this.
How thoughtful?
Yes. People are apparently very excited to get this. It is the C8 model, speed shape model.
Okay.
The Chevy Corvette C8 is 5.5 liter V8.
Yeah.
It will be available in 2021. But right now, they get this.
Are they going to finish it?
No.
Oh.
That's for like a wind tunnel.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they don't normally.
I got to tell you, that's pretty fucking stupid.
It comes, I guess, in black.
Then again,
Red,
I don't
white,
own a
blue.
Corvette, so maybe I would appreciate that if I owned a Corvette.
Yeah, you can't get the car yet, but they'll give you one of these. So they
won't give you your toy, but they'll give you a little toy.
Yes, but there's a lot going on for Chevy, and they plan to take on Ford in the truck business. Ford has the Raptor, and Chevy will now have this.
Yeah.
It has a 6.2 liter V8 engine that produces 520 horsepower. This came from a Camaro, but they added a supercharger for 650 horsepower.
Okay. Well, I mean, Chevy trucks are good. Honestly, I have no problem with Chevy trucks. I know a couple people that own them, and they absolutely love them. I also know a guy who really loves his Dodge.
Picture of the special edition one down below. That's a regular one, and that's the special edition.
Oh my God, that completely blew my mind, man! Black
I know.
fender flares, holy shit!
I know, it looks
Fender
good,
flares.
doesn't it? It looks good. Come on, we gotta pump an American company or something.
That was my attempt. I didn't sell it.
Well, Dodge has the competition for the Ford Raptor and this. That is that's not.
Oh, you don't have that store. Oh, I was about to
I don't
say.
care enough about Dodge to really look at it. The Dodge Hellcat engine, which produces 707 horsepower.
Okay.
The Ford Raptor engine, I found was interesting. The name of the engine is called Godzilla.
Yes.
7.3 liter V8 engine. More power than I could ever imagine. No, I can imagine a lot more power.
Well, we'll have to see what kind of toys you can, because those are really solid engines. But what else can you put that engine in? That's what I like seeing in the aftermarket section,
Well,
where you really get to see. Oh no, but I put this engine in there. Like, really?
Yeah, those things really can change.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? Also, Toyota is thinking about changing. They're thinking about changing engines with multiple engine options in the new Toyota Corolla.
Okay.
I figure we should cover the widest selling car in the world.
Fair enough.
The last 10 years or something like
Fair
that.
enough. I'll give you that
So,
one. Yeah.
There are 3 engine options. The first one has a 1.8 liter inline 4 engine with 139 horsepower and 126 torques.
That looks a lot different from the
miles
old
to the
98 Corolla that Dad used
Yes.
to drive. The old 5-speed with
I
the
think they're
sunroof.
going back to the hood, and if you look at
Yeah.
there's another photo of the lights head on. Yeah, those
There we
photos
go.
there. There you go. It has also the other option will be a hybrid, which will have about 121 horsepower.
Once again, drippy ice cream. Actually, that kind of reminds me of like anime eyes.
Yeah. Well, the edges, but in the front with the other lights, I kind of like the other lights.
I feel like I'm about to get into an epic battle looking at the front of that.
Yeah.
Dun-dun versus.
It has
it
creates that invisible spark.
really good
Disappear-
airflow.
yeah.
I mean, from that grill though, and it really does. I mean, I got no real qualms with the way that the front looks. It just looks weird.
The hybrid will get 52 miles to the gallon. I would imagine more for a hybrid, but
Okay, finally, about like half of these 35 pictures are just of the front headlights. They're really proud of them.
They did change the front headlights. Did you notice?
I did.
Yes.
Although those taillights are nice, though.
They also have the sport version, which this one is the sport version. It comes with a 2-liter engine that produces 169 horsepower, 151 torque for 32 miles to the gallon.
So that's what you give your teenager.
Same as the other one.
It's what you give your teenager so he can feel fast and he can still drive safe.
Yes, the interior, they're going with a minimalist interior.
No way. That is an impressive trunk, though.
That is a very nice trunk.
You could fit a couple bodies.
That's probably why this is the best-selling car.
Or shop at Costco.
You could. Costco is quite wonderful. And these photos were taken in Texas. I like the rims. I like what they did with the front end, sort of, except those lights are a little weird.
It looks real nice from a side view.
Yeah. Nice rims. Nice engine.
You know.
Minimalist interior with 34.8 cubic inches of leg room and 17.8 cubic feet
Man,
of cargo space.
That'd be a bitch if that was the only picture of the interior that we
It has an optional 800-watt stereo.
Oh, there we go.
There it is. That's their very minimalist interior. Another view.
Minimalist, but I do like it. I mean, the chair.
Yeah, I like
the seats look nice. Especially
the interior is very nice
here with the leather and the blue. I like the blue stitching, and it's,
I don't like too much happening up there.
It's
and
minimalist, but it does work because look, you have your separate aircon, you have your infotainment here, you got all your buttons you need right here, and the gauge cluster by far is not bad. It has the calming blue, so the person will be going about 5 miles at least under the speed limit.
Yes, and the safety package offers adaptive cruise control, auto high beams, lane departure, and pre-collision detection.
Right here, at the touch of a finger.
Yes,
and that's the pre-collision, the lane departure.
I do like their controls on their steering wheel. These
are the two that you really have to watch because they usually have like a green button pop up, and everybody's like, something green popped up. So you have to watch that, but you gotta. That's why I like to point out that. But that is not a bad gauge.
Don't they just open their owner's manual and go through?
Actually,
to page
you don't even get one.
What?
You don't get an owner's manual in a lot of new cars. You just go online and you can download the PDF.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what they're doing now, man. That's how they roll.
I like the owner's manual.
But still buttons.
I like looking through the owner's manual. When you first get a car, you got to look through the owner's manual.
But I like how it still has buttons, physical buttons, menu, home, all on the side of their infotainment. These is actually very detailed pictures. Music, apps.
Oh, yeah.
No ways. Electronic parking brake.
The features they do have listed.
Oh. 19,000.
That's not bad. 33 miles to gallon, although the hybrid gets 35.
Well, now I have to change the article.
Yes, now...
There we go. Back to the aircon. Yeah, that's not bad. 19 grand for this, out the door, probably around 20 with financing.
Probably doesn't start with the upgraded aircon. Probably has 19 grand. Probably does not have the climate control. I'm thinking.
Yeah, they all come standard.
Really, with climate control for 19,000?
Yeah. They're not just going to give you an ice cube and a fan. They're going to give you that whole air, because that's rather simple now. It's rather cheap.
Why would anyone shop anywhere
Plastic
else?
Motors are really just the whole big thing there. And yeah, they go
I will
bad,
admit it's been a while since I've bought a car.
Yeah.
And it will be continued.
The last car you bought, I sold you.
Yeah.
That's how long ago it was. But,
so,
it's still going. A testament to foreign stuff. I don't know why.
You could drive that Toyota to a brand new Lamborghini yacht. Lamborghini is now making a limited edition Lambo yacht in commemoration to the 63 Lambo.
Connected.
Yes, they're partnering with a boat company, Italian Seaworks.
Okay. Lamborghini.
They're Italian.
All right.
So it looks very Lamborghini-like, I guess. It's green.
It does.
It's very shapely like a Lamborghini. The top speed is 69 miles an hour, which is a lot, I guess, in
on the water.
terms.
Yeah, that is. Oh, that's nice lighting, though, man. That is a nice boat.
Yeah, well, when you're buying
That's a
Lambo, you
fucking nice
kind of
boat.
expect something
Shit.
else.
And they got the taillights there. I love that.
It is 63 feet long, 24 tons,
That's nice.
and multiple customization options are available for your trip to the Formula One race.
Oh my God, that's my version of Night Boat right there. That's exactly what I would want. Give me an onboard AI and we'll fight crime all over the Eastern Pacific, mainly Caribbean region, fighting sunburn crime.
As long as the crime is happening in the water. Should
Yeah.
probably go
I'll be like
around
Aquaman.
around the
won't
edge
go
of
on-
Africa if you're going to fight crime. They got,
Nah,
but
it's
then
too
again,
dangerous.
you'd
That's
have to
too
go and
dangerous.
fight corporate crime because that's very
Now
complicated.
that is impressive.
Wow, that looks like Lamborghini. Someone put a Lamborghini in a boat.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
That looks like they were playing Star Citizen, and they were like, you know what? I'm going to take this.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm going to take this. That's great.
That
My
that
God,
looks
that's-
pretty hot.
that's
That's a
impressive,
hot looking
man.
boat.
That's impressive. I really like
Awesome
that
looking
boat.
steering wheel.
You know? Obviously, that's computer generated. Otherwise, that guy, I don't know.
No,
There's
he's
a
probably
skin
real.
disease.
He's probably real and just
No, that's
Italian,
computer.
they spend.
That's computer generated.
Okay.
There's no way that one. There were real pictures, I think. I don't know.
Just not going top speed.
Like that, I don't know. That
It's
just-
tough to tell. That's a real.
That's a real picture, but when
That's
you
a
look
picture of an actual.
But
boat.
when you look at like this one right here, that looks like Grand Theft Auto 5.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
but I want to believe.
But no, this looks that. I mean, that a little bit more believable right there. That's a real shot. Right here, all in the interior, I believe all that. But some of the like that one,
Yeah.
I believe that. That is, a moment in time. I don't know. Maybe I'm overanalyzing.
Although, yeah, I think you're really overanalyzing.
The guy looked
the
like
photo.
Grand Theft Auto driving the boat, so I had to.
It's going to be
speculate a little.
several $1 million. So,
Okay.
if
I
you
mean-
got that, you can pay off my house and buy me a new car. I'm just
Maybe
asking.
even Audi
or an
e-tron.
Audi e-tron electric with what did it say? What did that say? How many horsepower? 96 horsepower.
There we go.
It has two different motor options. One with two motors, one on the front and one on the back, and another with three motors, two in the back, one in the front, which I think is quite clever.
Absolutely.
Kind of going with a rear wheel-ish drive, kind of power boost. It will have 496 horsepower, 718 torques. It goes 0 to 62 in 4.5 seconds. Not
Gotta
0
be
to
like a new
60,
standard.
0 to 62.
'Cause that's not the first time you've announced
It's probably converted from metric.
Yeah.
No, 0 to 62.
Yeah, maybe that's got to be it. Yeah, because it is German.
Top speed of 130 miles an hour.
There we go.
It comes with 21-inch rims, 22 only in Europe.
Oh.
S upgrade gets pistons and calipers in the front.
Do you have gerbils on the ones that aren't upgraded then? Because damn, if you got to buy the upgraded model to get pistons, man, that's a bitch.
Yes, it has an all-electric option, which is 9.5 kilowatts, which gives you about 223 miles of range,
There you go. All right.
which is not bad. And I don't like that one, but the one in the distance, that one's not bad.
I mean, it's pretty much Audi. You know, they have that kind of Porsche syndrome to where
They're all really good-looking
they look-
cars.
They look like cousins. You know,
I mean, that one
they look
looks
related.
very much like a crossover. I guess I'm going to have to get used to the crossover.
Yeah.
That's all that's going to be left.
Yeah, crossovers and well, I don't think sedans will truly leave.
I think they're going to go.
No, I think the
Sports
Japanese,
cars won't go anywhere,
No.
but sedans
I
in
think-
this country,
American manufacturer, yeah, I can see it going away, but not foreign.
yeah.
Toyota makes way too much money on the Corolla, the Camry, Nissan with the Sentra, the Altima.
They're
You
having a bit of problems now. They just had a restructuring. Like Ford had a restructuring.
Oh, yeah.
So And Ford, I don't know what the hell they're
You got to
doing.
understand, though, the market's getting shaken up. That's like growing another finger because old Elon, the sixth thumb, came popping out of here.
They weren't really
And
doing
he has a
all
really
that
good
well.
grip.
Nissan was part of this collaboration with Renault and Peugeot, I think. Might not be Peugeot, but a group, and it wasn't really working well for them because they were interfering with like car quality, which they don't
Yeah.
keep your cars over there and their car diseases away from us. Our cars are
Don't buy anything. Of that.
So it didn't really work. Now they were having issues.
So
Everyone's kind of restructuring
But I
to the
think
new
you can-
market.
I think you can really trust, like the Germans, because the Jetta is one of the most popular sedans in the Volkswagen lineup, and then
Yeah.
even with Audi, that you have a bunch of sedans that are just uber powerful, and you can still get a lot of customers who want that. I think so. While the manual transmission will be phased out entirely.
And we do have a story about that. But BMW also is going to go electric.
Boogie woogie woogie. Yeah, we can't
Copyright.
afford that one.
They want to beat Tesla in a bad way.
Who doesn't?
Tesla has a 322 mile range and is the only automaker to break 300. So BMW wants to show him how they do electric.
Okay.
The BMW i4 will have a 373 mile range.
Okay.
It'll have 530 horsepower and go from 0 to 60 in 4 seconds. But how fast to 0 to 62?
It might actually be drastically longer. We'll never know.
Never know. It gives the charge, I think is interesting. It gives in 6 minutes 62 miles if you really have to go somewhere, which is, that will get you far.
Unless you're in Arizona.
You could kind of milk your way around here in the, yeah. But in
Yeah.
35
Around here,
minutes,
you'd probably be fine.
in
but-
35 minutes, it will give you 80%.
Yeah, it's just electric cars. I really find they're hindered, like in urban, like an urban setting, a suburban setting like us. It's really.
But
like
if
in
you
the country,
have
you're gonna have that, and
60 or 70 miles to think of where did you get a charging point. If you're going on a long trip, you should be able to sort of plot it with the
I
internet.
see
and
Grand Tour happening to where they keep,
that would be really complicated.
making a kind of like a daisy.
To just go from charging point. But, it's probably not as hard as we might
Just
think.
give Elon a couple years, man. He's kicking the industry in the ass with the way he's moving forward with the Teslas. And I think that the whole industry just kind of got woken up like, oh, okay.
Yep.
And especially if, legislation pushes more towards electric. Like, I
Yep.
think
Despite
there's-
what's going on in this country,
Yeah.
other countries do really crack down.
I forget
Europe
this-
has vastly stronger electric.
I forget the country, but one country
Regulation.
said that they were trying to get rid of. It might have been like a county in America. Actually, it might have been like California or something. But they were trying to
that
ban
sounds right.
diesel engines in semis and stuff to that nature. To where by 2045 they have to go all electric or zero emissions.
I think we reported on a story similar to that
Yeah.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
2
something
weeks
to
ago,
that
I
effect.
believe.
But that's the kind of thing that I can see. If more stuff like that happens, then I could see a lot of the industry putting a lot more investment in this, and that's where a lot of things will get.
This
taken up.
this is where it's going to go, and it's approaching the range where you can start to think about it.
Yeah.
Eventually, I think ultimately you'd want the range to be like between services.
Yeah.
We charge it here, you leave it, and then you're good till the next service.
Right.
I mean, you'd have to have quite a distance. But the Volkswagen Tiguan had a facelift. These photos should be below. Video, photo. Photos. There it is. Doesn't it look fantastic?
Okay. Not bad. Not bad.
I guess.
It looks like a Tiguan.
It's very simple. I like the simplicity of
They really
the
don't
design.
sell that great. Honestly.
LED headlights, climate control, and they say it's got lots of tech. Not listed. Cruise control, this is what I think is interesting. and it's very German. Cruise control works at up to 130 miles an hour. 131, you have to like pay attention and really, but 130 miles an hour, go ahead, you're good.
But they don't limit it to 112.
No.
So, a little. It's German, though. They have the Autobahn.
And it says it has 10 times the computing power of the last one.
Even though a lot more
So it got a lot smarter.
scant places are being the unlimited, miles per hour on the Autobahn now, but there are still little places to where people can really let loose. So
Yeah. 480 watt stereo, dual clutch, 7-speed auto. 361 horsepower, 310 torque.
yeah, I had an 8-speed dual clutch transmission in the GTI, and it was a little funky to get used to, but with the dual clutch, that's a different kind of manual automatic transmission.
Okay. Well, in India, Hyundai is trying something different.
Something very, very nice.
They're going to try a manual automatic gearbox. What exactly did they call it? Go up a minute. I have manual gearbox without a clutch pedal.
Okay. That's a little bit different than what I was just talking about.
Because people like the sensation of shifting and the control. So they have a name. The IMT, Integrated Manual Transmission. A manual transmission without a clutch pedal. Leaves gear shifts and changes to the driver.
Oh, it has an automatic actuator. That's how they do it.
H-style shifting.
Yeah.
And you don't have to lift your foot off the accelerator.
Yeah. It's so that's how they do it. So just let's break this down here. So you have your traditional automatic transmission, which now can be for anywhere from 6 up to 8 or 9 speeds. Okay, 8 and 9 speeds. They had a problem when they first came out of it hunting. It didn't know what gear it was supposed to be.
We've even within the last few weeks reported some had like a 10-speed automatic or like 12.
Especially when you get higher up.
I think it would sound like your engine is going to explode.
But that just means that it's the shift points on that are it's just astounding, especially with a 10-speed. You're not going to be able to shift that car. It's not like a semi truck with the 18 gears and shit. It's not Fast and the Furious. But going on from that, you have Volkswagen with the dual clutch transmission. Dual clutch is like, I have first gear held, and then the second clutch has second gear held when I'm ready. So then I go to second gear, then the other clutch, well, that's holding on third, getting ready for that. And it's that system. Now, with this system, what they're talking about, with an actuator, automatic actuator, that actuator is going to be doing the work.
It's near the gear leveler.
So the gear leveler will keep all the gears in line, so that way the actuator just has to push it in there.
Okay.
So where if you know where the gears are, it's easy to have an actuator do that. Now, some people could say, "Oh, man, I used to be able to not use a clutch in my 5-speed." It's along the same principles, but you're having that automatic actuator push it in. That's how I feel this is working on from just my professional opinion. I can say that I'm a professional, but
it sounds good to me.
But I like how it's a different option. They're exploring it, especially with an actuator. While it may be prone, actuators go bad because it's
It says you'll get increased mileage and better CO2.
It's mechanically actuated, electrically controlled thing.
It looks like a fascinating direction to go, and you know what? If it replaces the manual, if it's better, that would be great.
When I was in school, even they were talking about Chevy getting rid of camshafts and just having the intake and exhaust valves be driven off of actuators. And it's an interesting premise, but when the actuator goes, you have to pretty much. I think they figured out that you just have to have the default as closed. So when it's not working, it goes in. But still, if it gets stuck due to carbon buildup, there's a lot of different stuff that happens in engines that I still really wouldn't trust an actuator, even in a transmission. Linky agrees. Or
I
he
think
choked on a
simpler
bit of his
is
bone.
better. I thought he was going to throw up.
Remember,
You'd have to edit that out.
less is more. But
And less is more in the next story, starting in China.
eat
in
it. I love the
China-
segues.
Oh, Baojun. Baojun is...
Biogen.
Biogen? Okay.
Sure.
Producing an electric car for under 10 grand.
We all know I can't pronounce anything, so
That's
we'll just
all
go with
right,
it.
but it will have...
TV, apparently.
The E300 will cost £9,125 to about $11,900.
Okay.
40 kilowatt battery with 162 mile range, top speed of 62. Just enough to get you from here to there.
E300 Plus can go up to 305 kilometers, 190 miles, and seats 4 passengers. So,
Fantastic.
you know, up to 190 miles, they're getting up there.
You
It's like we were saying before.
probably wouldn't get that far with 4 Americans in it.
No. For Asian people, yes, you could get very far. But
4
also,
Stigs, no problem.
that's probably not running the battery down to 0.
Probably not.
It may
That's
have,
why
but, you know.
in the store, they say 162, and they measured, got 190. So.
Okay. So, well, there you go.
They claim 190, but when the government measured, it said 162.
Okay.
So the government.
But Elon
is
had a
watching.
problem with them.
Yeah.
Saying, coming in and, it didn't go, but you still have 3% charge left. You know? So I think that may be it, to where it's like tires. You can get 60,000 miles out of these tires. I wouldn't suggest that.
This is something very interesting, especially for China, because they're like there's like 10 times the amount of us, except all in like one. Tiny. I'll admit it. You know,
It looks like a Johnny Cab.
You know, I don't necessarily understand Chinese taste, so I'm gonna say it might look good to a different culture. It looks like that Renault that had that Renault minivan from the 80s or 90s that had that weird disease.
You know what it looks like? It looks like the top part should pop up like a James Bond thing, and it should just fly away.
There should be, that's the part.
That should
That's
be
the
part
rocket car.
Yeah, that's the rocket
that'd be
part.
brilliant.
You
Yeah.
know, you launch off of the blacktop here, and that's just where you land.
Yeah, you can drive, or
So when you want to go intergalactic, planetary.
yeah, then
You just-
and since it's a car, it could just meet you wherever you want to land.
Exactly. You know what? I think we probably.
I think we've improved it now.
That
all
really, and you know
have
what?
to
That would look a
do
lot better
is
if it
make
had some jet wings pop out the side, Tony Stark style, boop, boop, and then you could just fly around and go off.
I think you've been watching too much Avengers.
Maybe. Well, there's no such thing as too many Avengers. But for under 10 grand,
But for
that's
under
a good
10
buy.
grand, I think this is going to be very popular in China.
Once again, electric though, you gotta
Electric
have a place
is
to charge
coming
it.
to a world near you.
Yeah, you gotta find a
China, I
place
would
to charge.
imagine if they're planning on rolling this out,
Yeah.
it's because they have the infrastructure in place, kind of like a Tesla.
Well, look at what happened to diesel. Everybody, Volkswagen and everybody were pushing diesel, all down people's throats. And then you didn't have anywhere to buy diesel.
Yeah, no, there wasn't.
Now,
there wasn't a lot
you could
of
find
places.
a diesel in like every
But
gas pump.
now it's everywhere. But
I think
back
it
in the
will
day.
eventually get to that with electric, but the demand has to be there for like Wawa to have a fucking
the problem
fast
is
charge
still the charging time.
system. Yeah.
I mean, 6 minutes giving you 60 miles. That's not bad. That
Unless
could get
you
you
do like
home.
the turnpike rest stop thing with it.
Yeah.
You could do the turnpike.
It would have to be
and then
something
boom.
like that.
You have Disney Mini
Service
World.
stations would have to change drastically.
Or like even like Nintendo Land. You have a little Nintendo Land and you go there and then you hang out while your car's getting
You know what
charged.
would make a resurgence? The arcade.
Yeah, man.
That'd be great.
Go sink some quarters.
Yeah.
God, the
While
Nick
your
would love
your
that.
car's charging, that'd be fantastic.
Why is everybody asking for so many quarters? You didn't hear the arcade's back. Guy stuffs his pockets full of quarters, runs out the door.
No, now you just be able to touch your credit card
Oh yeah,
to
they'd
it
have to
and
tap.
ding.
Yeah, they want to make it easy.
$400 out the door.
Yeah, they'd take a coin out of.
I think
Dave
we've
Buster's.
we've improved the motoring business. Now it's up to society to go with the idea and run with it.
We gave you the ideas, man. Now
It's
your
free
turn.
right here because
Yeah.
we love you.
It's a big thinking pool.
It's starting to get hot, so we have to go.
Absolutely, but
Contact us at PJNWH, PJANDWH.com. We'd love to hear from you.
And yeah, man, find us on all social medias: Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram. And you can pop on over here every Saturday night for Let's Play with Your Pajangers. We're going through Elder Scrolls, Greymore expansion, and then also to every Sunday night here with us on the Lugnutz program. And tomorrow and every Monday, you will find us at the Triforce podcast. Tomorrow's podcast, we will see the return in studio of one Christopher Bristow, the old man, and
Hey!
our Iron Kelly. We may be getting the OG band back together for
We don't
tomorrow's
have to wear masks,
podcast.
do we?
No, I don't think.
Okay.
I think we're good. I think we're good.
Okay.
But gotta tell you, man, it doesn't matter if you drive a Beojun flying James Bond car or an Audi e-tron. Nothing rolls without Lugnutz. We'll see you next week. Drive on! Bye-bye! Like a James Bond thing. And it should just fly away.
That should be, yeah, that's the part.
That should
That's
be
the
part of-
rocket car.
Yeah, that's the rocket
that'd be
part.
brilliant.
You
Yeah.
know, you launch off of the blacktop here, and that's just where you land.
Yeah, you can drive, or
So when you want to go intergalactic, planetary,
yeah, then
You
you,
just-
and since it's a car, it could just meet you wherever you want to land.
exactly. You know what? I think we probably.
I think we've improved it now,
Pizza. Gohan. Pizza. Cuckoo.
and that works because it's a jet car and it will still need the lug nuts.
Yeah.
Probably a lot of lug nuts.
Lug
You
nuts
all
needed.
need a lot of lug nuts.
Lug nuts.
Find a lot of lug nuts up here somewhere.
Lug nuts needed, my lord.
Like, share, whatever.
Do whatever
Thank
you
you.
want.
Friends.